Hi, this is Patty Gonzalez from Women and Children's Horizons. Thank you for joining us on our second week of our Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Today we will be discussing our mission statement, legal services with Christina, shelter services with Ashlee, sexual assault with Gwen, and Nifty Thrifty from Rose, and our volunteer program also from Rose, and our family intervention program with Amy, and a mention of our men's group by me, and our DV groups also by me. I hope you enjoy the upcoming segments, and we look forward to any questions at the end of this webinar to bev.sorensen, that's SORENSEN, at WCHKenosha.org. Thank you. The mission of Women and Children's Horizons is to provide support, shelter, advocacy, education, training, and healing services to victims of sexual and domestic abuse, their families, and the community. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christina. I am the legal advocate here at Women's and Children's Horizons. The court process can be very confusing and very intimidating for our victims. So the legal advocacy program here at Women's and Children's Horizons are here to assist you and guide you through the process. We do have a restraining order advocate who is located at the courthouse. She will be able to provide assistance in filling out the paperwork, and she is able to accompany you to court if necessary. We also have our legal advocate coordinator who is housed at the DA's office. She will be able to guide you through the criminal process. She will be able to provide information on how the criminal hearing process goes, and she will be able to assist you in the court hearings if necessary. I myself help fill out the necessary forms for family court, such as divorces, legal separation, child and placement custody modifications. I do want to advise that we are not lawyers. We are just here to guide you through the process and give you information on what to expect in the court hearings. So I just want to make sure that we point that out. We are not lawyers. And we're just here to support, give you support and information that you're not alone. Because like I said before, the court can be intimidating and confusing. I hope that you find this information very useful on what the legal advocacy program does here at Women's and Children's Horizons. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ashlee. I'm the shelter manager at Women and Children's Horizons, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about our shelter. So, our shelter is designed as an emergency shelter for people fleeing domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. Our stays are a maximum of 30 days, and shelter's open 24/7, 365 days a year, and is home to our 24-hour helpline. Advocates are available at shelter at all times, so you always have someone to talk to no matter what time of day. Advocates provide support and resources for people to help get what they need and to reach their goals and gain back their power. All meals are provided in shelter. We have a donation room with clothing and things like that for people and their children, and we also try and provide for any hygiene needs that might come up. We're a gender-inclusive shelter, so people of any gender can be admitted. We accept an adult and any child to whom they are a legal guardian, although you don't have to have children in order to utilize our services. People are often referred to shelter from police, the hospitals, or community agencies within Kenosha County. When you call, things to kind of expect is that you as the person seeking services will actually need to talk to the advocate directly, and that is partially due to confidentiality and privilege and us really wanting to hear your story and be there to support you and make sure that we can refer you to whatever resources are going to help you. And the advocate will ask a couple of questions to see what you're looking for. And if that happens to be shelter, they're going to ask some questions to determine eligibility. The shelter screening process determines if somebody meets the criteria for shelter. However, if someone doesn't meet our specific criteria, we make referrals to other agencies. But also, as a survivor, you still have access to all of our administrative services for outreach advocates to give you support and resources that you may need. And that's available to people all of their life, regardless of when the victimization might have occurred. Our shelter's set up in kind of a dormitory style with individual rooms and then shared bathrooms and living spaces like the living room, the dining room, kitchen, and laundry area. We also have a children's playroom for people, and we try to make it really exciting for the kids that are there by hosting different events and making sure they get to play games, but also providing them support and making sure that they understand what to do if they feel unsafe. So if you call us and you're thinking about leaving and you make the decision to leave, we will do a safety plan with you to try and help you with that process and see what it looks like to be the safest for you before coming to shelter. And some of the things that you would want to think about bringing to shelter, if you can get your hands on them, would be the following. So essential documents that you have, and all of these would be for you and your children or child, if you have any, would be a driver's license, state ID, social security cards, birth certificates, any like home leases, car notes, things of that kind of nature, and any medications or medical equipment. So for example, if you have a CPAP machine or something like that, you want to try and grab that if you can. Same with medication. It is sometimes hard to get it refilled if you leave, but it's not impossible. So we definitely can help people if they're unable to grab these types of documents. Other things to think about would be a credit card, debit card, your EBT card if you have one, health insurance cards, keys to important places like if you have lock boxes or storage units, things of that nature, and some personal belongings that you would like to bring into shelter. For people who are fleeing an emergency, we do have resources to help get those documents. We do also have a clothing closet for people who haven't been able to bring anything into shelter. And then, of course, our clients also have access to go to Nifty Thrifty, our thrift store, if they need stuff when they're coming in. For our shelter, we do not allow pets, with exception to service animals. However, we do work with an amazing organization called Noah's Rest Incorporated that will help shelter the animal while a person is staying with us. And they will foster the animal. They will make sure that their veterinary needs are taken care of and that they're doing well. And when the person leaves shelter, they can retrieve that animal when they're ready to go. So they're an amazing place, and we know that pets can be a barrier when people are thinking about leaving. And so we try to make that less of a barrier for them by having such a great partner as Noah's Rest. And then we also don't allow outside food to be brought into the shelter, but like I said, we do have all food that people would need, healthy food for people in shelter, and enough that they can make lunches to take to work or for their children. And we can make accommodations for things like allergies if somebody has any concerns about that. So overall, we try to help people and just be there for them and support them and really be people who can understand what they're going through and help bring that power back and get them to where they want to be and what their goals are. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us. The 24-hour helpline is always there for you. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Gwen. I am one of the sexual assault advocates with Women and Children's Horizons. The Sexual Assault Program provides support to survivors and secondary survivors of sexual assault. The program coordinator is Krista Malk. Krista is a licensed clinical social worker and therapist. The Sexual Assault Program also provides on-call medical advocacy, including support during hospital calls. The advocate explains how to track their kits if they choose to have one, accompany them during law enforcement interviews, and assist with safety planning. To reach one of our 3SA advocates, please call our main office at 262-656-3500. If you are a student, WCH provides services on both the UW Parkside and Carthage campuses. Please call the main office for more information. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And you may be asking, what does sexual violence have to do with domestic violence? The answer is, in fact, the two overlap. Partners in abusive relationships will also be sexually assaulted during the relationship. Intimate partner sexual assault and rape are used to control and intimidate survivors of domestic violence. Women, men, and members of the LGBT community in abusive relationships will also be sexually assaulted during the relationship. In addition, marital rape is the most underreported form of sexual assault. In 1976, Nebraska was the first state to legally recognize non-consensual intercourse with a spouse as rape. And by 1993, all 50 states had either completely or partially repealed their spousal rape exemptions. Spousal rape is also legally considered a different and lesser crime than non-spousal rape. A vast majority still do not believe that marital rape is actually rape, although the stats for marital rape show a different trend. Below are 7 statistics related to domestic violence and sexual violence. I won't read them all in detail, but I'll highlight some of them. The 7. As we know, intimate partner sexual assault and rape are used to intimidate, control, and demean victims and survivors of domestic violence. Intimate partner sexual assault is more likely than stranger or acquaintance assault to cause physical injury. Between 14% and 25% of women are sexually assaulted by intimate partners during their relationship. Between 40% and 45% of women in abusive relationships will also be sexually assaulted during the course of the relationship. This does not mean, however, that men are not assaulted as well. Trends have shown that there is an uprise in the number of assaults reported by men. Over half the women raped by an intimate partner were sexually assaulted multiple times by the same partner. Women who are sexually abused by intimate partners report more risk factors for intimate partner homicide than non-sexually abused women. Women who are sexually abused by intimate partners suffer severe and long-lasting physical and mental health problems. During these unprecedented times, Women and Children's Horizons have made adjustments to continue to serve you. If you or someone you know needs support or more information about the Sexual Assault Program or any other program, please call our office during normal business hours at 262-656-3500 or after hours hotline 262-652-9900. If you are in immediate danger, call 911 or go to your nearest law enforcement office. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Amy Peters, and I work for Women and Children's. I work in the Family Intervention Program. My job is mainly just to follow up with families after a domestic violence situation happens. And then I just offer various resources, whether that's victim-related or just general community resources. I safety plan with them and ultimately just make sure everyone is okay and safe in the home. We get all the police reports of any incident where children are either in the home, witnessed the altercation, or were involved in some way. And again, my main goal is just to make sure everyone is safe and offer whatever resources and support I can. So that's the Family Intervention Program. I work very closely with Kenosha Human Development Services. Sometimes we follow up by phone, sometimes we follow up by a home visit, sometimes both, depending on the situation and what the client wants at that time. So yeah, please feel free to reach out to myself if you ever need anything, whether it's resources, whether it's to talk, whatever it may be. And again, my name's Amy, and I work for the Family Intervention Program. Thank you. I hope everyone is doing well.
Nifty Thrifty Resale Shop is a thrift store located at 4200 39th Avenue in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Nifty's dedicated staff and volunteers work hard to create a welcoming environment where patrons can shop for items such as home goods and decor, clothing in all sizes, furniture, and electronics. What makes shopping at Nifty Thrifty a unique experience is that with every purchase made, our customers will be helping individuals affected by domestic violence and sexual assault. Because of the generosity of the Kenosha community and their willingness to donate items that we can sell, Nifty Thrifty is able to generate proceeds that directly benefit Women and Children's Horizons. There are many risks when deciding to leave an abusive situation, and oftentimes individuals are faced with making the decision of leaving behind all they own in exchange for safety. With these funds, not only are we able to keep our agency operating, Nifty Thrifty also allows us to help our clients start over again by providing them with vouchers to shop for those items. We're also able to supply our shelter with essential goods. Nifty Thrifty is open every Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Stay up to date with our store by following our Facebook page at Nifty Thrifty Resale of Kenosha. We look forward to your visit. Hi everyone, my name is Rose Rosser and I am the volunteer coordinator at Women and Children's Horizons. Our volunteer program provides our community members with a way to get connected and to show their support to the many people affected by domestic violence and sexual assault. Every year, individuals sign up to become those extra hands needed in order to help our staff move our mission forward. We offer a variety of volunteer opportunities. Some of our volunteer roles include front desk support, event help, food pantry organization, outreach, maintenance, and help at our Nifty Thrifty store. We also work with larger groups that are seeking one-time volunteer opportunities. Students are always welcome at Women and Children's Horizons. We provide internships to college students seeking experience in a nonprofit setting. At Women and Children's Horizons, we believe that every volunteer role is equally important. Because of your support and compassion, we are able to work together in order to create a better and safer community. I would like to take this opportunity to just thank everyone, past and present, that has volunteered with our organization and has helped us become who we are. You are appreciated.
Hey, thanks again for joining us for our webinar today. And I hope you were able to get some good information to take away with you today. I also wanted to let you know about a men's group that we have here. It's run by Kim Rossi, and it's for men who are controlling or abusive physically, mentally, or verbally, and would like to seek help. Kim is the person that you would contact for that. It's a great program. Kim's number is 262-656-3500, extension 113. Also, we have two domestic violence groups. One is called our 50 Plus group. That's run by Bev Sorensen. That's by interview only for entry. So please contact Bev Sorensen about that 50 plus group. Bev's number is 262-656-3500, extension 104. And another group we have is our domestic violence group in controlling relationships. That's run by Bev and myself. We meet every Tuesday night, but since the pandemic, we've been holding off on that for a bit. We will let our clients know when that will resume regularly again, hopefully soon. Again, that's by interview only. To please contact Bev Sorensen for that group. Again, Bev's number is 262-656-3500, extension 104. I thank you for joining us again today, and if you have any questions, you can also send confidential email to Bev Sorensen at wchkenosha.org. Thank you, and I hope you can join us next week, October 21st, for our next webinar. Be safe. Thank you.